The Giants seem to play much better on the road. They cover like 90% of their road games over the last 2 years. They've won basically about the same amount as they have at home. Why do some teams seem to play better on the road than they do in their home environment?
It could be a couple of different things. I mean, they're definitely, that's something that we noticed in our preliminary study early in the week, that they're actually more productive on the road. I mean, their offense is playing at a higher rate on the road. Same with their defense, have given up less points. So I think road games bring an opportunity for the players to be together, and you don't have the distractions that you would have at home sometimes. It can depend on where you work and some of the challenges that brings to it. I think the communication of at the line of scrimmage, particularly with the offenses, with the no huddle. I mean, everybody's doing some level of it. It's just a matter of how much of it. So I think that also helps playing on the road. So I think it's a couple of factors.
How have you guys seen Daniel Jones playing on tape? Is he playing a lot better than he has last year?
Yeah, definitely. I think just more command of the offense. I think that's natural for a quarterback in the second year of a system. He seems very comfortable. He's more aggressive, making plays. With his feet, he's coming out of the pocket. He's looking for it, but he's also has the ability to throw on the move. He's their leading rusher, so I think that tells you a lot there. But he's got a whole crew of receivers, and they've actually done a very good job with big play production.
When you go up against a guy like Garrett, who many in your building are familiar with, how much does that actually help you to game plan against their offense, or do things just change so much from when Jason was here and what he's doing offensively?
Well, it goes both ways. I think there's definitely a familiarity with Jason, systematic and things he likes and so forth. But he's doing the same thing, on his side of it. He's paying attention to his self-scout and is aware of those things. So I think you have to look at it from both angles.
Mike McCarthy here on The Fan. What has stood out to you about the Giants' defense so far this year?
Just similar to last year. I mean, they're doing a lot with their front. The injury to Blake Martinez is something they're adjusted to. I think their coverage philosophy is similar to last year. But they're doing a good job. They're keeping the offenses in front of them, and they're not giving up a lot of points.
Everyone, of course, is talking about the anniversary and the Dak injury and all that, going back to last year. What we were curious about is how drastic is Dak's running philosophy changed? Does he just have a new rule where I'm just going to get down? Have you noticed, and obviously you've talked with him about it, but how different is Dak's running philosophy after what happened last year?
I would say it's taking a normal path. I think all quarterbacks, particularly as they move through their career, I mean they're more selective when they. I wouldn't say selective when they run. I think it's how they finish the runs. I just think that he's playing with the same aggressiveness, and that the way he views the opportunity to run the football hasn't changed in my opinion. But I just think the way he finishes runs is just where you may see a slight change.
Coach, last 2 weeks, CeeDee's only had 8 targets combined. He had 9 alone in week 2, 15 in week 1. How have teams, approached him differently to not allow him to get any open looks last couple of weeks?
Well, I think it's a product of a couple things. I don't think it's just solely defenses coming out and attacking a player. I think it's a product of how teams have played us, and I think you look at how the offensive performances have turned out the last couple of weeks. So, I think we're very fortunate to have a number of perimeter players that defenses do pay attention to. So, our ability to keep taking what the defense gives us is the priority.
Do you feel like this offense and the way they're playing right now reminds you or can be put in a group of some of the most dangerous ones that you've coached or seen or been around throughout your tenure, with how great you guys are looking right now offensively?
Oh, definitely. I mean, we're doing what you're supposed to do. So, and that's we're taking care of the football. Last week we didn't have any giveaways. We need to keep doing that because if every series, every time we touch the football ends in a kick, that's what this offense should produce. So, but yeah, definitely we have a chance to be really good on offense.